On our life's journey, just as I had crossed the midpoint, I strayed into dark woods, gnarled and rough, the true road lost. To witness that woods now, ah, God forbid, brings back the familiar fear that choked my mind, so raw and fierce, and yet to treat the good, I discovered there what it spawned. Although it was like death but bitterer, I'll speak of that and what else lies beyond. I don't remember how I came to enter wherever it was, what fork where I discarded the way of truth, staggering in a blur, until I came to where the great hill started, rising from the valley, which all that time engulfed me, full of sleep and broken-hearted. Then I looked up and saw its summit spill light over its shoulders, freshening blossoms, belonging to that same planet that reveals, the one way to all. I saw its beams and breathed relief, yet as when in the wake of trouble still tossing in dream, like tangled waters when a swimmer makes a desperate shot from wreckage back to shore, and sees behind him how the ocean breaks, and feels, drawing near the coast, the core of his being shaken with the thought that he had passed what no one passed before. That night of my pieta, how I taught my solo fugitive to seek the spires on one stronger foot, but at the spot where hill slopes up, look, a blaze of fire, a spotted leopard, nimble, scattering, quick, sharp leaps that flashed in flames of tire. I spun hard on my way, and yet no matter where I meant to go, she'd not be gone, but stalk my path. Again I tried to gather my thoughts, sweet skies, the break of dawn, morning brightening over the earth as warm beams trail the same stars that led them on. Long ago, when God's love first gave form to seasons, the new hours in a troop, and I took heart, but once again a storm of terror came and swept up all my hope. Another beast, a lion, arched and grinned beside his speckled comrade on the slope, and when it roared like tempest winds shot with thunder, as though the dark were reaching to snatch me up. Then, with long flanks, thin, jutting rib bones, and teeth that hinted each pang of lust, a she-wolf prowled and leered. I felt the strength of all my tendons clench my bones too tightly. Blood, gone cold with fear, froze. Once again I staggered backward and saw no way to rise into the clear. The outlook of one fortune favored after a downturn ends a profitable run, swings to fatalism and disaster. Just so I sensed within the sudden plunge, as pace by pace she stalked me on the hunt, toward where there is no whisper of the sun. Bewildered in that waste, in my descent, I looked above and saw the shadows dressed with what long silence had made faint, my voice. You, so far from life's outpost, down in this gloom, pity me, half dead, whatever you are, living man or ghost. No man, though once I was, the shadow said. Stock planted in Lombardy's fair zone, from the town of Mantua, Roman bred, I, sub Julio, late under the throne, blessed by Augustus, when to our deep shame false gods deluded us, when I was known widely as that poet who sang the fame of Troy's mighty son of Anchises, who saved the pride of Ilium from the flames. But you, why do you walk in wretchedness? Why not continue upward on your journey toward that peak that shines with every bliss? O star of eloquence, then you are surely Virgil, fountainhead of that great river our Italian flows from. As one unworthy I bent my head, whose poetry delivers the main of beauty. What honor I have won is but an arrow drawn out of your quiver. The sweet style I tried to write, your own voice guided me, that easiness, that grace, that precision. Your art was my life's lone obsession, and turned aside my face. But that same hill is haunted just ahead by she who makes my blood both freeze and race. To leave this dismal wood, the poet said, seeing that my cheeks were cracked with tears. Another path is best, the wolf you dread lets no man go free, the steps he steers, and desperate courses through the night are lost to all when this lean huntress comes too near. A creature lewd and wanton and unjust, she mates with all, yet mating only serves to famish her and magnify her lust. For souls of men she'll gnaw upon and carve until that hound arrives who will not spare the bitch of death as harsh as she deserves. This hound will never dine on earthly fare, nor feed from pewter, but fatten on its gifts of wisdom, love, and virtue. By the pair of twins, Feltro and Feltro, he will uplift Italy, for whom Camilla fell, Nissus, Turnus, Euryalus, and Swift, upon the hills of one who's been expelled, envy bidden to haunt and plague our cities, drive her whimpering into the pits of hell. But now it is your fate to follow me. Out of this wood I am ordained to guide you through what was founded in eternity. A place where you will see that ancient crew of spirits shrieking out their punishment, the second death that they must suffer through. Afterwards you'll meet those who are patient in the better fire you may attain, whenever it may be the blessed summit. But if you rise up high into that mountain, I must show you the one whom you will call a better soul and go back down again. The King above us, fount of joy and awe, bids that I keep distant from his gates, for I have lived an outcast to his law. He rules everywhere, each time and state. That great city is the one that he calls home. Blessed are they who choose it, for their fate is joy. I said, Poet, in the name of God you did not know, help me to cross this wood and flee worse evils yet, and claim the blessing of having seen that loveliness, Peter's gates and all you call to mind, past lost and all those trapped in such distress. He beckoned, and I followed close behind.